Alrighty, guys. What up, doe? And welcome to what is probably going to be an interesting day. Well, a couple of days in this game. This is going to be an interesting addition to the channel, and the reason that it's going to be more of an interesting addition to the channel than some other games is, I only intend to stream, per se, the first episode. At least for a little bit after this, I will be doing what I intend to have is edited episodes, because to have this game come out the way that I would like it to, and to make this game a little bit easier in the long run, I will have to do some save scumming. This is not the easiest game in the world. It does have a lot of RNG, things can go drastically wrong, and much like XCOM, which is kind of fun, you can lose your game really early, but I do want to do a really interesting playthrough of this. So we will be streaming the first episode, and it does seem like the stream is settling down this time. It's not kicking out. It's a really interesting game, Dark, and I feel like it's one of these things where I can kind of do it as an edited series, kind of on the side note, because, I mean, honestly, I can record 1 hour worth of footage, or 2 days worth of footage, kind of, 2 days in-game worth of footage, slap it together with the basic editing tools that the PlayStation has, and do what I could consider as my first edited series on the channel. It's something that's simple enough to do that I can figure it all out. We haven't actually started it yet. This is a really interesting game, and what up, Doe Drake? Welcome back to the stream and chat, man. How's it going for you today? We'll make sure to go into the there, and then, yeah, make sure that that's good to go. Alright. And do that. Just getting my chat sorted out here. My tablet's kind of been freaking out since the latest update. It doesn't load it right. It's weird. Anywho's, we'll get right in. This is a really interesting game. It is a bit cinematic,
Usually,
and there is a little bit more of this
shaking my
for the
tits
first
for
episode.
the press. I like to go see how the professionals do it. Some might say the chief of police has no business in an institution like this. But in fact, it's the quietest and safest place in town. You won't run into any reporters, nobody gets into any fights, nobody drinks too much, nobody even raises their voice. The place is owned by an elderly gentleman who knows how to keep things under control. That's why I never invite my friends here. I wanted to make an exception for my 60th birthday, but most of my colleagues are young enough to be my sons, and they'd rather just hire prostitutes. Why stare at some boobs when you can take the whole package for yourself?
Oh,
But there's
I gotta
none of
love
that in our club. Even looking too long is considered indecent. You can get an occasional glimpse, like by accident. The rest of the time you just pretend that you're immersed in conversation, or just come by for a drink. Doesn't mean these gentlemen wouldn't want their bald heads smothered in tits. It's just that nobody says it out loud. My younger colleagues might call it hypocrisy, but I call it the good old-fashioned manners. Good manners, and leave the rest unsaid. She agrees to unbutton her blouse, and we agree not to pay too much attention. The girls are on a quiet prowl, too. They're looking for a way out of their cramped rooms. Maybe make friends with some wealthy patron with a pacemaker and dentures. Everybody wants something. But we have to control ourselves, or we'll all turn into libertines and prostitutes. Hell, if there weren't any
Gotta love
rules,
the way
I'd
money's
be
being passed
belching
around.
and farting, jumping up on the table, arms held high, yelling, "Shake it, baby!"
That's awesome.
No idea how I got so barbaric.
Oh, don't worry. I'll definitely make you barbaric, sir. I got you covered on that one. But yeah, so basically what it is we're a police chief. And the mayor is a little bit corrupt and he's forcing us to retire. So in the game we have granted it's about, quote unquote, about 180 days to make our retirement fund, you know, shore up as many mysteries as we can, do the best job that we can before we're out of office, and work with or against the mafia. Now, I have played this probably about half to about 2/3 of the way through. I did do this a long time ago, back when this was still basically in beta, though, so a lot of shit has changed, I imagine. Even the fact that there was that intro cutscene, that didn't exist the first time that I played this, so that was new for me. That was actually really cool, because before it's... And I'm curious to see how the cutscenes have changed, maybe, because most of the cutscenes were originally almost like a not a cartoon, a comic. So we'll see how that goes in the game itself. But you can take the honorable route and try to just, you know, earn your salary, make the mayor happy, that type of shit. Or you can do some shysteier shit, side with the mafia, you know, hide evidence, order hits, that type of shit. So we'll probably be doing that, to be honest. I personally love that way of how to play it. The art style looks like the game where everything's slow if you stop moving. I think you're thinking Super Hot, Drake. And it's not the weirdest thing I've ever done on the channel. Not the weirdest. Well, maybe the weirdest just because it has the word police in it, and I'm playing a cop. But we can do a corrupt cop, so it does make some sense. But yeah, no, I mean, honestly, I've played a lot of games, bro. PC alone, I've probably played upwards of 250 to 500 games. And that's not me trying to exaggerate or anything. That's legit. I played a lot of games on PC before I lost my Master Race card. But let's fire it up into the new game and see how she all goes. I think we're going to have an interview here first-ish. Yeah, super hot. Super hot. Mark War 2 to be shown in Freiburg the day before the worldwide premiere by the mayor's personal request. City Hall confirms rumors of Jack Boyd's resignation. That's us. Mayor Rogers, sex maniac? Probably. I don't know about maniac. I think maniac might be a little bit of a stretch, because if he was a maniac, then he wouldn't have any time to, like if he was a sex maniac, he wouldn't have any time to be a corrupt politician.
When I was
or
a
at least
kid,
not the way he
my
is.
father sometimes told me at bedtime that if I closed my eyes and didn't open them for a long time, all the demons would blow away. Yesterday I turned 60, but I still take his advice. Not because I'm sentimental or want to keep the memory of my father alive. I just can't think of a better solution. To get away from all the demons that haunt Freiburg, I'd need to wear a blindfold 24/7. Plus, it's a good idea to act blind when talking to reporters.
1 second, Drake.
At least that's what my colleagues say. They're afraid of press conferences. But for me, it's more like a confessional. No matter what lies you tell, you're privately thinking the honest answers. It helps me remember who I am. The fact that I'll be reading all about it in the papers tomorrow is a small price to pay. Call it penance for the preacher.
Now, I don't think what you say at the beginning here is actually going to affect how the mayor treats you. So, we're going to be a bit of a dick about things.
This is the first time I'm afraid of those answers my mind has given me. Not because I'm mad I'm losing my job. Though it's true, I'm mad as hell. Not because I subconsciously blame everyone else. Though I damn sure do blame them. And don't even ask me what my next move is. I can't imagine. But even that doesn't scare me. The worst thing is, I know I'm gonna have to do something. I'll be damned if I know how far I'll go. I may have a lot of vices, but predictability isn't one of them. I learned a long time ago how to drive away the swarming demons. But what do you do when they're trying to rip your soul from your skin? Shutting my eyes tight as I can. The best solution remains the same. Play blind. I just hope the reporters think I was blinded by the camera flash.
Alright, Drake, peace out, bro. And I did play Pokemon before, but I got out of that for pretty much the same reason as I got out of Yu-Gi-Oh! It just got overly complicated, and way too much shit was added. And I mean, there is a point where you have too many. You know what I mean? Too many Pokemon, too many fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! Strategies, and the Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards, like the Yu-Gi-Oh! Strategies that come out today are just so overly complicated and over the fucking top. Like, I never thought I'd say it, but I miss the good old days when, like, the Yatagarasu deck was, like, the fucking overkill fucking douchebag thing to do. Or the the Dark Magician Ritual, I think. That one, you could, like, burn through your cards and essentially win on turn 1 and shit like that. But, like, some of the new shit is just fucking absurd. And yeah, that's part of why I got out of it. But I did, back a long time ago. But yeah, have a good one, man. And what up, though, Cross? Welcome back to the stream and chat, bro. Or Ryan. I'm not selling my Pokemon until they're worth some money. Yeah, fair enough, man. Some of them are. Like the old ones from like the original packs, you can make a lot of money off of those. Been expecting this bullshit from the mayor. Yesterday, the mayor's office officially announced your resignation. Did this come as a surprise, or did you know about it in advance? Mayor Rogers is a dishonorable, corrupt politician, and he's been waiting for an opportunity to get rid of me. You already know the name of your successor. Who cares? Done my job, and I'm thinking I'm just about finished with it. Soon my only interest will be cigars and jazz. I frankly don't care who takes my place. After the recent corruption scandal, your deputy Francis Kendrick said he was looking forward to resigning. If the mayor offered him your position, would that change his mind? Who cares? I'd be happy. No way. Perhaps. Nah. He's made up his mind to leave. I don't see anything affecting that decision. Although Kendrick was acquitted, many still believe that the police are cooperating with the mafia. Do you have anything to say about this? If it helps the police. If a short-term agreement with the mafia helps us solve or prevent a crime, of course we try to make the best of it. And we will. Sort of. Do you think your personal relationship with the mayor could be the reason behind your retirement? Definitely. Of course it's the reason. Personal relations are always important, no matter what anyone says. Thank you. Yeah, I was honest with them. Can't be pissed off for hiding shit.
How's the back today, Mr. Boyd?
Same as usual.
How did the press conference go?
You can read about it in the newspapers
Fair
tomorrow.
enough there, Ryan.
Don't let anyone in.
Even Mr. Kendrick?
Especially Mr. Kendrick.
So basically, again, you're a retiring police chief, and you gotta make your retirement fund either by doing some honorable shit and solving crimes, which you can still make the money from that anyways, or doing some slightly dishonorable shit and siding with the mafia. I don't know how that ends. I mean, we might get offed. It might end horribly for us, because I never played this all the way to the end, even when it was only kind of like an early release, almost done beta thing. I only played it like halfway to 2/3 of the way through. So again, it could end horribly for us. But
I knew what face I'd see.
I'm gonna make my retirement
money.
money.
Let anyone in, there's only one man it could be. Rude.
We got about 180
arrogant,
days.
No warning.
Although we lose some
That's
of that
Mayor
in between.
Rogers in a nutshell. White summer shoes, white socks.
All right, Dark.
Shorts,
well, I appreciate you popping by while you could, bro. Peace out, man.
The white smile of a hungry shark. Mayor Rogers enters every room like he owns the place. Even the floorboards under his feet sound like they're creaking an apology. He never shied away from the odd corruption scheme. It's like the devil walks behind him. In the movies, the villains controlling the city play golf with the judges. Rogers plays tennis with them instead.
Yeah, it's gonna change pretty soon.
That's about the only
The beginning
difference.
is very story heavy.
Jack, I was hoping to catch you after the press conference. You ran away so quick.
There's no smoking at City Hall. No reason for me to hang around.
Well, this morning I signed a ban on smoking in all public buildings. Soon you won't be able to smoke here either.
Soon enough, I won't be here at all.
That's what I wanted to talk to you about. The people of this city like you, Jack. The police chief of all people. Don't betray that, Jack. Don't get wrapped up in any schemes. Sit nice and quiet for the next 180 days, and you'll be remembered as a hero. That's the only thing that you still have left. Be the hero.
Then
Oh, fuck no, man. Oh, I will be the hero, actually. I'll get the... hopefully.
You have 1 million chances to secure a luxury
I don't know if I can do this, but I hope to get the Mafia to off this fuck.
I've never set aside any money for myself. I'm not planning to retire anytime soon.
I'm gonna try to retire you, bud. Don't worry about it.
180 days of quiet, Jack. That's all I need. I don't have any problems with you, and you won't have any problems with me. I have a new assistant, Troy Starr. If you have something to tell
I remember
me,
this part.
call him. But try not to bother him.
I hope they didn't
he's a
change
busy
this.
man.
I'll do my best.
I remember this from the when I
quit
played it like
smoking at the
months and
office.
months and months
One of
ago.
my friends will be using it soon.
This is a great response for this.
Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Only the mayor has this number. Mr. Mayor?
Yeah, is this Troy Starr?
Yes?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
Oh, that's great. I love it. Interrupted him for that. Next police chiefs could be one of Boyd's subordinates. Civil servant wages won't be raised this year. Go figure. Jack Boyd confirms police cooperation with the mafia. Well, I mean, they can't blame me afterwards for it. You said that you weren't cooperating. I said I would cooperate to solve some crimes. I made that quite clear.
Cops don't use the police station cafeteria anymore. There's some kind
After
of
this, we
stigma
should be getting
against
into our
sitting
first
shoulder
day.
to shoulder with your
Proper.
partners. Everybody just takes snacks from the machines or grabs a meal and hammers it down in the corner like a vulture on a corpse. The main thing? Don't look into anyone's eyes. Could be construed as an invitation to sit together. The only people eating here are ghosts. My deputy, Francis Kendrick. He recently became one of those ghosts. The subject of one of the most devastating corruption scandals in the history of Freeburg. No evidence to support the accusations, but everyone knows Kendrick's days are numbered. I need that file I asked for. Needs to be ready tonight. Francis didn't say anything, but I understood. Ghosts aren't supposed to talk. Besides, I got a feeling he was already finished.
Alright. I really shouldn't need anything here. I got pretty far into the game. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, can I straight up click on her right off the bat? Nah, I can't. It won't let me. Yeah, even though we're not going to be stuck by the tutorial, it's still, you gotta, like, work with the progression of the days. But I'm going to get rid of Price as soon as possible and replace her ass. This is Shift B, as you guys can see. This is our assortment of cops. We have two different shifts. Sometimes they have various problems, like alcohol problems, or they just lie a lot. This one's been promoted, which is why it has the chevron thing. The level thing above it, like the number above their heads and below their name tags, that's how good of a cop they are. 150 means that they're a decent cop that can perform their job up to what you would expect. So these guys down are going to need some training. Basically, you don't send them out without one of these better guys to back them up. Sometimes you'll get false calls. You can kind of discern them. So you cannot send cops to it, and if it's a false call, it's not a big deal. If it's one where, you know, shit actually happens, then you can get in trouble for it. Basically, you don't want to send these guys out and get them killed. You don't want to send them out and have them fail. These brown guys, like the brown-tagged guys, Mole, Armstrong, and DeBrito, are your investigators. We probably won't see them actually get used until, like, day 3 or some shit like that. But they investigate various homicides, thefts, that type of shit. And you have, you know, a whole nother roster for your Shift A. Now, I will point out before everybody says, this is like 911 operator. As far as I'm aware, and if I remember correctly, this does actually kind of predate the 911 operator. So hold left trigger and hit X. And what do we got? Hit and run. Married couple exited a convenience store, saw a van in the parking lot, back over a homeless man who had been digging through a trash can. The driver jumped out to help, but once he saw that he'd hit a bum, he got back in the van and quickly drove. That's not very nice. Just because he's a bum. The fuck? Alright, so we're gonna send Koichi and Tsubaki. That should be good. Koichi being a supervisor makes everybody else kind of perform better anyways if you have a supervisor on scene. Even, like, it buffs their actual level per se, but it again buffs on top of that the proficiency of everybody else on scene because they're a captain or whatever. What up, though, Loki? Welcome back to the stream and chat, man. Can't stay long. Oh, I appreciate you popping in while you could, bro. It's definitely been a while. How's it going for you lately? How's your life been? Fight. During the show of Citizen Kane, a drunk man attempted to force his way into the theater carrying a snowboard decorated with the word Rosebud. When he was denied entry, he violently attacked the cashier and is currently fighting with the theater security guard. Alright, we're gonna send Yancey, and then Austin and Price. I can't. Alright, we'll do Yancey and Asano. I don't want to dick around with a drunk guy. He could have a knife. He could injure one of the officers. That wouldn't be too good. Day 1 is really important to send out your higher-tiered people anyways. Austin, we might end up getting rid of. I don't know how corrupt we want to be. Probably not that corrupt, honestly, because there's a couple of... well, I won't spoil that one. You'll see that the mayor's office is really pretty fucked up. So how did that go? Offender caught, officers unharmed, so they went up by a skill level of 10 each. Fight. And what are we looking at here? Caught, unharmed. Awesome. Everybody's gonna come on back. Honestly, my life's been kind of complicated and shit, but there's only so much you can do about that, right? So let's see what this is. Brother and sister clashed with each other over the deceased father's will. According to one of the lawyers, we don't dare separate them, and our security guard is off duty tonight. I believe Austin and Purdy could probably handle that, yeah. The armed robbery is a bit of a different situation. I'm gonna wait for Yancey to get back. Because we are gonna be sending Kochi and Yancey. We're not fucking around with an armed robbery. 3 teenagers armed with a shotgun robbed a videotape store and made off with their whole collection of adult movies. The criminals fled in a car, but the store manager wrote down the car's license plate. The owner is one Janet Brown who lives in the suburbs. Actually, you know what? If I remember this one correctly... Yeah, we'll do Kochi then, and Tsubaki. I'm pretty sure... I'm willing to... Yeah, I'll bet my officers on it. This one should be like a event one, if I remember correctly. And then there's an assault in the ghetto as well. Fuck. Really? Passerby saw some teenagers attack an elderly musician, then run away with his guitar and his money. I'm kind of glad that I had some, like, higher-tiered backup here. We'll send Price for support. Hopefully she doesn't drag the rest of the team down. Fight. How did that go? Offender caught, officers unharmed. Awesome. Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too. Open up the police. Okay, so the vehicle in question is parked right outside, and I was right. Pretty sure. Sounds of moaning and loud laughter can be heard through the living room window. Turn on the siren and loudspeaker and shout that the house is surrounded. I'm pretty sure what we're supposed to go with. Sneak into the house through an open window, gets one of your officers shot. Knock on the door, open up police. Nah, I think it's turn on the siren. Intimidate the shit out of them. Okay, nice. Nice, that worked out. Hopefully the assault in the ghetto doesn't end poorly. Caught, unharmed, nice. I mean, we're still gonna get rid of Price as soon as possible, because I can replace her with somebody way, way better. Nice. So, as it stands, nobody was injured, every mission was successful, and if we want to, we can see our next shift, which is actually quite a bit better than our current shift. We will be getting rid of Roy here pretty much immediately as well. Butch and Butch Jr. we would like to get rid of at the end of the day if I can and hire a couple of better goons. But, as it stands, I would almost be willing to keep fire Birch Jr. and Roy, because even together, they are basically useless. And then I want to get rid of Price as well, because she needs to go. But yeah. We will deal with that
Used
after
to
the
be,
fact.
when I asked Kendrick to stay late at the office, he liked to grumble and crack wise. Nowadays, he doesn't have the strength for it. Slumped shoulders, blank stare, wrinkled skin. The past few weeks, I don't hardly recognize my old friend. In his younger years, he reminded me of a gallant royal officer in an old Kipling story. Kendrick isn't just crumbling under the weight of the public pressure, but from the shame of it all. Internal Affairs
Hey,
raided
what
the
up, though,
library
Chairman?
he inherited
Welcome back,
from
man.
his grandfather, hoping they'd find buckets of cash stashed in the pages. Heard about the look on his face, the fearless policeman standing helpless in horror. I've known Francis for 30 years. The past 20 years, he's played loose with the law. And I know that at a certain point, every stolen dollar brings more misery than anything else.
Do you,
Probably
Frank?
sounds
Because you're going to
crazy,
learn it
but
firsthand
I
if that's the case.
sympathize with the guy. What can I do? Your friends are your friends, and these are the waters we swim in.
Called all of the people on that list today. Now they know you're in business.
Wait, what?
So you could get a call from any of them. You don't need to worry about any of them. I've cleared them all.
And what kind of business are we talking here?
It's nothing too serious, just like you asked. Should be just a few small favors. Payments will vary depending on the situation and who you're dealing with. How much are you looking to earn?
$500,000.
Yeah, that's what we
$500,000?
want for a
Why not a
retirement
whole
fund.
million?
Because everybody wants to take $1 million. Figured I'd try something different.
$500,000 in 180 days? Well, you could earn it all above board if you netted all the big fish and hit all your bonuses.
Never knew you for a fisherman.
Well, you never got into my business, and I'm not trying to get into yours. But be careful about bringing in any other cops. Sooner or later, they'll put the finger on you. And one more thing, Jack. I remember what you said, but I should probably.
Hey, it's all
add
good,
one
Cross.
more name
Or
to
Ryan,
that
sorry.
list.
And I appreciate you being here while you could, man.
Christopher Sand.
Have a good one,
Sand.
and sleep well, and peace out, bro. Sand, yeah.
Christopher G. Sand. Everyone knows the name, but few could tell you who he is. The old man stays away from the spotlight. Always wears old-fashioned jeans and knitted sweaters. Gives to charity. Rarely attends social events.
And we're going to meet him soon.
An avid hunter, I hear. Even dabbles in poetry. You'd never guess he's the head of the oldest and most powerful gang in the city. Goes back as far as his great-grandfather. And Sand is strict about following the old rules. He rarely involves himself in commonplace murders and robberies. Hardly needs to intimidate anyone to get his point across.
We will
people
bust
who
the
work
mafia
for him each have
before
their sphere.
we retire,
They
but
provide protection where needed, even work with the authorities when they want to make a deal. Meanwhile, Sand pulls the strings without getting his hands dirty. People sometimes mistake his quiet approach. A couple years ago, an arms dealer decided to expand its business without asking permission, and his whole family paid the price. In 4 weeks, Sand killed 31 people. Old men, women, even a few teenagers. And Sand's people made sure every paper reported it.
damn.
Frank,
No
I don't want to
mercy.
hear you say that name again.
Jack, please listen to me. I'm in with these guys.
We agreed, Frank. That's not the kind of business I'm into. I don't go there. Never have, never will.
Yeah, you will. I'll make you, sir. There's a lot of money to be made on the mafia side of things, I'll tell you that much. Francis Kendrick announces retirement date. Construction of Cinema Museum postponed again. Legendary singer Gennaro Crespo comes to Freebird. It does provide for two very distinct play styles, though. It does make it so that you can play two sides pretty easy. Absolutely not. I was up all night reading an exciting detective story called The Last Temptation of Neptune, but I didn't have time to get to the ending. I'm almost certain that the killer is Mr. Clemens, or Miss Clemens, but I can't rest until I know for sure. Can I go home and finish reading? No. That's not happening. That's fucking retarded. Alright, so we do have promotions that we can give out here. I'm gonna give one to Samadhi. Promote. There we go. Now he's gonna be a little bit more effective, and he's gonna make everybody else that he's with more effective. Birch Jr., and Roy are all gonna get fired here later on, so yeah. And then we've got Beasley and Moser for our actual agents here. Start the day. Sorry, agents. Detectives. That's what I'm looking for. What do we want to play? You know what? I don't think I've heard this one before. Maybe. Sure, why not? Unfortunately, I can't play my own music, so... And we can do affairs now, it looks like. Yes! So we can hire, fire, that type of shit. Awesome. How's the labor market looking? Oh my god! I almost want to hire him because he looks like a dude! That's fucking Hulk Hogan! What? What? Chauncey Newberry, Professionalism 700. Holy sheep shit and fuck. That is a good-ass detective. And I need that for, A, right? Shift A, yeah. Wow, that's crazy talk. Dude, you are hired. Okay, so, as you can see at the bottom, we've got detective slots out of 6, and then cop slots out of 16. How are we looking here? So, we've got 2 people that I kind of want to hire right now. Let's compare. 400, 242, yeah, so 85, 120, 100, 60, 20, yeah, okay. So let's get rid of Roy. You're fired. Too old. So he's going to be gone at the end of the day. We still have him for the day, but he's done at the end. And that's going to be meeting on Shift A. And then we'll put Heather on Shift B. There we go. So now we're still going to have 2 useless on Shift A, and we'll have 1 completely useless on Shift B. Although, overall, this one's going to high... Like, the people that are on here are going to have an overall higher police rating. Backlog. Perfect. Alright. So, St. John's Cathedral. What are we looking at here? We received a frightened call from the local cathedral. This morning, the abbot discovered that someone entered the old cemetery during the night. The old yard's tombstones are painted with satanic symbols, and some have been broken into pieces. Seems there are even marks from a shovel, but the abbot would say no more. Okay, we'll send Samadhi and, Grant, I guess. Hopefully this doesn't turn out bad. Samadhi is just barely over a competent officer, and he should raise Grant up to an almost competent officer, being a captain, but a little bit hesitant to do... You know what? We'll deal with it. If it turns out badly, then yeah. I mean, that's a shitty deal, but that's what we gotta deal with sometimes. Can't have every good cop go into a random call like that. Businessman Harley Jones, looking out his window, saw 2 teenagers scratching offensive slogans on his new car. Alright, so we'll send Vandal, and we'll send Birch and Birch Jr. Proceed. Got a competent officer and 2 people together that make half a competent officer. Hopefully that doesn't turn out poorly. Vandalism, how'd that go? Caught, unharmed, sorry, not unarmed. Unharmed.
1210 in progress.
And what are we looking at here? Waitress named Mia reports that she just served a Chicken Eddie and Diet Coke to a dangerous criminal who she's seen on the television just this morning. The culprit is sitting at the window eating a burger. Alright, I know from past experience that is a false alarm. I'm not going to send anybody to it. It's a waste of our time. Offender escaped. Officers unharmed. Well, Vendal went down because of the other 2, but, damn it! Ah, well. Not the end of the world to fail one call, especially when it's just a vandalism call. We don't need to deal with the burger one. Again, that's just a false alarm. Actually, we can get rid of Roy right here, right now. Actually, we can get rid of... Ah, nah. We'll get rid of Roy. I won't have anybody, like, particular that I can hire in this spot, and I can already fire him under the legal reason that he's too old. Actually, I'm not really sure if that's true with Birch Jr. You know, I'm gonna get rid of Birch Jr. It's an easy way to get rid of him. Waitress had mistaken retired officer Frank Nero for the fugitive in question. Generally stuff like that, it's not actually true. Hey, what up, though, Andy? Just saw the 2 Batman trailers of Vigilante Joker and Villain Joker. I'm so happy you trusted John Doe. Hey, well, I'm glad too. Oh? Clown carrying balloons at the skating rink is selling crack to teenagers. Well, that's not good. Samadhi and Vandal, go. 2 competent officers to go deal with that. I feel like... Oh, a suicide threat. Definitely want Stovall on that one. Robbins and Stovall. A naked man carrying a canister of gasoline is threatened to set himself on fire unless his favorite chewing gum becomes popular. The fuck? Proceed. Definitely don't want people committing suicide, though. Sorry, Chief, I quit. One night I pulled in more cash than I earned in a month working at this dump. Mr. Sorkin said he wouldn't mind taking me on. I guess I just wasn't cut out to be a cop. That's fine. Goodbye. Weakest link. Thank you. Thank you for your help, Mr. Boyd. Here's $4,500 to the retirement fund. Nice.
We've got a situation here.
Police arrive. A clown is seen making balloon animals for the kids. Carefully watch the clown from the stands. Take the clown onto the ice and round up any witnesses. Cover up in a raincoat and pretend to be an illicit customer. Cover up in a raincoat might work. Especially because we do have Stovall. I mean, he should be able to get up in there. He should know what he's doing. And at that rate, we have the easy, like, we're more than capable of grabbing people. Rounding up any witnesses, that wouldn't be something that you'd want to do. You're putting the witness in the position where they're being a snitch. I don't feel that one would work out too well, depending. Carefully watching him from the stands means that we can't grab him once we see him do something. I think the raincoat, while being slightly silly, is probably the best way to go. Offender escaped. Damn it. Shitty. Oh, we didn't have Stovall on that one. That's right, we had him on the suicide threat. Fair enough. You know what? I mean, a clown selling crack is not good, but a dude setting himself on fire with gasoline is even worse. This is what I mean, though. This is one of those games where you really do kind of need to save scum to get everything good. Catwoman affected your choices with her. Fair enough. Again, we'll definitely have that figured out on the day. End the day. There we go. Sorry. Didn't notice at the bottom. So we did lose Roy and Birch Jr., but that's alright. Fuck them both. We did miss out on, like, 2 mission completions, though, and that's a minus... That's essentially, we missed out on 40 experience points between the various captains and shit, and that sucks. But it's not the end of the world. I can make that back.
Whenever I'm alone at home, and there's a knock at the door, I always hope it'll be my wife, Laura. She's always forgetting her keys.
Hello, my name is Steve, and you're Jack Boyd, is that right?
To get to my front door, the Bible boys walked about a mile from the local bus stop, jumping over mud puddles and skirting a couple of landfills. Laura doesn't go in for religion either, but according to her, these brave lunatics with their fake
Hey, what up,
smiles
though,
deserve
Ty?
at
Welcome
least
to
a
the stream and
minute of
chat, man.
attention.
Glad you enjoy
She
it.
patiently listens to them, asks them questions, regales them with pastries, and never once dropping a hint of condescension. When I watch her do it, I've got to admit it gets me. I'd have hugged those boys, sat with them on the porch and lit up a cigar. But a month after Laura left, all I could do was quietly ask them not to bother me. Today I'm a little rougher still. Shut the door on his nose this time, Another couple weeks at this rate, and I'll be greeting anyone who comes close with my service pistol pointed towards the sky, ready to fire my warning shots. In my life, even the basic stuff never goes like it's supposed to. Normally, when a wife is going to leave home, she'll make a scene, or at least sit everyone down for a serious conversation. But Laura just disappeared. The children in the stories always stand on the side of the mother, but all 3 of our sons supported me. The in-laws always blame the husband for making their daughter unhappy. But now Sally, Laura's mother, well, we sort of have a pact.
Yeah, I kind of hate
The
this
fellow
bitch, to be
Laura
honest.
ran off with is young enough to be her son. I hear he's 30 years old. Of all the possible information a man can know about his wife's lover, I get hit with that. Fortunately, Laura's mother doesn't like the way it sounds either. Sally figures this guy just thought he'd have some fun with a mature woman, but he'll be back chasing college girls before the year is out. So we have an
Yeah,
agreement.
so far I've been really
Sally's
on
gonna
Catwoman's
track
side.
down
I see her
Laura and
siding
try
with
to
me
reason
anyways.
with her, and we'll arrange a meeting. Meanwhile, I'm supposed to not do anything stupid, which of course means anything at all. It's a crazy situation. I'm the police chief, and the person I'm trusting to find my wife is an old woman armed with a phone book. But I can't afford to lose Sally as an ally. So for the moment, I had to swallow my pride.
This part is like, fuck the bitch. She left. Let's go get ourselves a fucking escort.
This is Markham. This is Boyd.
Oh,
Let's
is
show
there
her
any
what's
news?
up.
That's what I wanted to ask
Hey,
you.
what up, though, Chloe?
Found anything? An address? Phone
Welcome
number?
to the stream
Have
and
you
chat.
spoken to her?
How's it going for you?
Don't worry, Jack. I've narrowed the range to 2 suspects, or whatever you
Two
like to say at your
suspects.
police building.
Yeah, I hate this bitch.
At my
I hate this
police
bitch and her kid.
building, we find people
Fuck your
faster
daughter.
than a funny old woman chirping on the phone with my wife's girlfriends.
Oh, you're an old man, Jack. Come to your senses. They'd give us straight odds on the street. But I've got more energy, Jack. Maybe you think
More
I'm a foolish
energy.
old woman, but I go to my book club, argue with the girls about Byron, and it gives me energy. I talk to my dogs, and it gives me energy. And you have nothing,
Energy.
Jack. You don't even have a hobby. You got no passion.
Unlimited
It's why Laura left
energy.
you.
Let's not go back into that, Sally. Find my wife, and we can discuss my hobbies later.
Yeah, I'm gonna be
waiting for your
picking up some
call.
pretty
Vacation's running
shisty
thin.
hobbies here real soon.
Laura, if you've stopped loving me, I'll let you go. I can't expect the impossible from you. Just don't let me die out here, okay?
Just don't let me die out here. Yeah, I mean, I get it. It's not my wife. It's not like I've lived with her for, you know, however long he did and blah, blah, blah. But I just, like, seriously, she left. You were up all right reading, blah, blah, blah. No. Suffering extremely severe anxiety attack. I can't concentrate on anything. Tsubaki, yeah, that's a fair reason to go. It's unfortunate that you can't be here, but we did already get Griffith to help out with the squad. We do have an overall pretty badass little squad here. Not gonna lie at all. We do have one extra stripe that we can award, and we may as well award it to somebody. I think Tsubaki is the one that I wanted to give it to, though, which is, well, we can wait a day. Yeah, we can wait a day. It's not that big of a deal. Alright, so we did that one. Let's try this one today. Whatever it is. Billabong. Oh, that suits me perfectly. Nice. Yeah, here we go with the shistiness of fucking City Hall. A racist gang has recently made some trouble in the city. They're capturing black townspeople and beating them to death. They recently sent a message to a local radio station promising to kill all black doctors, firemen, and police. We don't need any more dead police, especially not mere months before the election. The racists are gaining more and more followers, and even some of our citizens support them. You'll have to fire all of your black employees over the next 2 days due to mounting racial tensions. Fuck you. Some of my best cops are black. Alright, let's open this as well. So we've got black activist Ronnie Moore was found shot outside his home. We'll put Mole and DeBrito on it. I don't want to have Armstrong on it because, I mean, this was a hate crime. Let's not put our officer in danger over that. Our investigator, detective, whatever. Destruction of property. Member of City Hall's cleaning crew Saw an elderly man approaching some expensive cars in the parking lot carrying a large, long iron rod. Whole street could hear him shouting, bastards, thieves, bloodsuckers. Okay, Purdy, take Asano and deal with that. And yeah, you're a police chief, and I'm gonna be a corrupt one. You have the option. Carjacking. Gas station surveillance camera recorded a car that's on the stolen vehicles list. Okay. Kochi, you can take Yensi, and I don't want to thin out my police force too much. Homicide investigation has started. We'll deal with that when we have some actual cards that we can organize and shit. Driver is nowhere to be seen. Searching the car probably won't help, and it'll tip the guy off. Waiting at a safe distance, they might not catch him. Interviewing any potential eyewitnesses, especially if he ditched the car. Eyewitnesses might tell us where he went, especially if he ditched it and went on foot. We might be able to catch his ass. Caught his ass. Nice. Unharmed. Unharmed. Nice. Suspicious individual. Mother of several children has expressed her concerns about a suspicious man wearing bifocals seated on a bench beside a playground. He's been watching the children for over an hour and has taken several photographs of them. Griffith Austin proceeded. Destruction of property. Caught, unharmed, nice. Let that go. Caught, unharmed, nice. Dragon's Lair Club. Opening Freeburg's first martial arts club, and for my first exhibition, I want to hold a sparring match where one of my students takes on your toughest cop. After the fight, I'll teach your man a few tricks, something that will help him out in the streets. Yeah, we'll send Asano. Everybody's back, so we got plenty of officers ready to respond to various things. We've got our first couple of frames for the homicide. We'll wait until we got another day worth of frames. Frequently, you've got a couple of fake ones in the beginning. Bartender reports that a couple dancers started fighting over tips and a catfight broke out right on the stage. We'll send Purdy and Austin. Yeah. Should be good. What's this? Fight. Bartender reported that a fight has broken out between a patron and the bar's bouncer. The man, apparently drunk, had climbed onto the stage while a local singer was performing and tried to sing a duet with her. I hate leaving it like that. But Kochi and Yancy, yeah. Shit. Kazuma. Chief, I just about nailed the jab a couple of times, but he was too fast for me and won on points. Don't really understand all their rules, so I can't keep track of points very well, but he was alright and even showed me a few tricks after the match. Got carried away a little and pulled my back. Think I can take the day off. Yeah, you can. 240 though. That's great. She went from like 130 to 240. She gained like 110. That's fucking nice. Not bad at all. We're near the end of the day as well. On the stage there are two strippers going at it, and it's gone beyond arguing to a full-on cat fight. The bouncer is fast asleep, clearly too wasted to handle the situation. Awesome, well he's getting fired. Drunk patrons are happily watching the fight. Draw your service weapon. I mean, that's escalating the shit out of things. It's also asking for people to be, like, shot. Shut off the music and turn up the lights. Might make people realize what the fuck's going on, and, you know, that we're here and all that. Listen, girls, cut the crap or this is gonna get serious. Yeah, no. Shut off the music and turn up the lights. Strippers continue fighting, oblivious to the police presence. Ask the bartender for a bucket of cold water and throw it onto the combatants. Watch the strippers go at it and don't interfere. I almost want to go with that. Step onto the stage and try to separate the girls. I'm not letting my officers get injured over the shit. So, probably the bucket of cold water to cool them the fuck off.
311A complete.
Nice. Got it. Got Yensi and Kochi left.
311A complete.
Fight. Caught, unharmed. Nice. We can end the day. How's our next shift looking? Yeah, and we got Newberry. Look at that beast of a motherfucking detective. Overkill. That's what I gotta say about that one. End the day. Fucking 700. Jesus Christ. Retired police officer Thomas Blaine shoots pregnant woman. Officer Blaine explains, I thought she was a suicide bomber. Mayor Rogers. City has no problem with racists. City has no problem with racists. What?
Why would a man need a barn to store all this stuff?
Oh,
he
and
can't
here we
bring
go.
home?
This is where we're going to start getting
About
corrupted.
30 years ago, back when I was young and interested in farming, I carried all kinds of junk home. After a day in the field, I'd come home with buckets, shovels, dirty boots and clothes, and instantly transform the living room. But even back then...
Oh, it's about to get a lot more
always
interesting,
kept
Chloe.
in the barn.
A lot more. I'm gonna take a toke, I think, while we're doing this little cutscene.
I stopped keeping my pills inside the house because every time I was about to take a triple, someone would knock on my bedroom door. Now they're knocking on my barn door. Well, fine. It's not every day that someone comes to visit your barn. In all the years
Yeah, we got a
worked
little bit of a
together,
pill problem.
Kendrick never came to visit the house. We drank at bars, went fishing, went to the mountains, even chased off some poachers one time. But he never came for dinner with the family. We never watched football over here. And now he's brought his friends to visit my barn. I always try to look unsurprised, like it's an everyday thing to get visitors at the old barn, especially guests with their own personal bodyguards. But Kendrick is sharp enough to see he's caught me with my pants on backwards.
Sorry for the surprise, Jack. We saw you from the car. Figured we'd find you in here. I'm going in for a minute, fellas. These guys will wait outside.
Isn't that nice, right? Again, like I said, shit's gonna get real interesting.
Boys?
They're Sans people, Jack.
Yeah. So now you're appearing in public with members of the Mafia?
Jack, I'm leaving tonight. More like fleeing. Jenny and I are taking the girls and making a run for it. Probably won't be seeing each other again. I've got new documents, a new name, a new life, everything new.
The papers say you're still working your last week for the department.
I've got to get out today. I won't be getting another chance.
Yep.
Don't know if you noticed, but the whole city is against me.
You told your Mafia friends about your plans.
Jackie, if I don't fix everything with them in the next few hours, they're going to kill me. And not just me, my family, my relatives, God, Jack, I don't know who else. They found out that I was planning to run and they demanded that we close our contract today.
Your contract, Frank? Really? Is that how you talk now? Maybe you should call in the lawyers to straighten all this out.
Now is not the time, Jack, please.
Oh,
I have
the
a
dry
commitment to
humor.
them until the end of the year. They need an inside line at police headquarters. I can't just give them back the money. That's not how the Mafia works. If I can't find someone I can trust tonight, I'm dead. You know me, Jack. I wouldn't ask you if I wasn't afraid they'd cut my daughters to pieces before sunrise.
He's the damn
Well, maybe
fool
you
who
shouldn't
puts
have
his
had kids if
daughters
you were
in the
gonna work for the
crosshairs in
Mafia.
the first place. Anyone in my place would have dressed him down good. But I didn't want to pile it on. Fate's already got this guy's soul in the grinder.
Yeah, no doubt. So yeah, we're obviously going to agree to help
Give him my
him.
phone number and tell him it's done. Don't call me. Don't come to work today. I don't want to see or hear from you again. Time for you to go.
Jack.
Get the fuck out and let me make my
Get
money.
the fuck out of my nice, cozy barn, Frank. At the time, I was trying not to think about what just happened. It was almost too much to take in. I'm probably the
more
most
and more
popular police
this
chief
type of
in
stuff
the
is
history
going
of
to
the city.
slow down a little bit,
And I
like
have
the
to admit,
storyline stuff.
I've thought about that more than once.
The first 5 days are
Sometimes
pretty
with a little
story
pride,
intensive.
even. In one of the features they wrote about me in the papers, they said it pretty plain. He catches the criminals. Believe me, high praise like that is unheard of in Freeburg, especially for a cop. And here I am, the person who catches criminals, and I've agreed to help the mafia, or I'll come home to a bag stuffed with my kids' body parts. Right before the last hammer falls. Hey, remember that cop who caught criminals? It turns out he was a mafia bitch. And all for the sake of a greedy, corrupt cop who should have fled the country years ago. That sound right to you?
Yeah, so he's not happy about me making that decision for him, but fuck it. He's gonna make a lot of goddamn money. That retirement fund is coming. I'm gonna hold off. We've got enough promoted individuals here. Alright. Fuck your fire all the black cops. Salary $1,200. Pretty pathetic, right? Every morning there's a dirty, piss-soaked bum sleeping at the cafe. The man refuses to go away and growls at anyone who approaches, scaring all the customers away. Well, that's actually something that needs to be dealt with, so we'll send you and Vandal. I mean, the fact that Samadhi is a vet or a captain means that it should raise Vandal up to a proficient cop. So, yeah, 2 proficient cops should be able to deal with a piss-soaked bum. But if they can't, well, that's just pathetic. What does City Hall give me again? I don't remember. Job slot officer. Yeah, that's right. We can ask for increases to things. Request improved equipment for the SWAT team. Or slot officer, slot detective. I want a SWAT upgrade, to be honest. Send. Actually, wait. Oh, shit! I forgot. You can highlight all of them. You don't have to pick one. You can request everything from City Hall. But we'll only request one thing. They're probably only going to give us one thing, considering we're not going to fire all the black cops and make them happy. But every 5 days, you can request everything. I just remembered that at the last fucking second, damn it. Alright, so witness looked on from her window while an armed man with a stocking on his head entered the nearby liquor store. We'll send Stovall and Norlander for that one. Proceed. SWAT is overkill for one dude, especially considering how much bad shit can happen in a day. Residential area. Fight. Hot dog vendor reports that he saw 2 Elvis impersonators grappling right there on the sidewalk. They're swearing in Spanish and beating each other with microphone stands. So we'll send Robbins and Grant. Sorry. Okay. Caught, unharmed, awesome. Fire all black cops. Not doing it. It's bullshit. Alright. Job has 2 exits from which a few people have already fled. Enter the store through the main entrance, drive a patrol car right through the front windows. Absolutely. Kaboom! Stick-up man noticed the police presence and took the cashier hostage. He's holding his gun to the hostage's head, shouting, "Back off or I'll blow his goddamn face off." Meanwhile, the cashier is yelling in an unknown language. You in the mask, shut your face and drop the weapon. Silently take aim at the robber. We've already proven that we're pretty fucking crazy. The robber grows visibly nervous. Don't shoot, please. I just need the money. I'll take a little bit and go. No one was hurt. Cashier begins to cry. There's 2 ways out of this shop and cuffs are in a body bag. let you leave here upright, but only if you leave the hostage. Shoot the robber. 2 ways out, man. Yeah, that's what's up. Alright, what are we looking at here? Fitzgerald Countryside. Organizers of the Golden Beast Hunt suddenly changed the rules of the annual shooting contest. Now features teams instead of single competitors. Can you send me 2 of your finest marksmen? I'd really love to do well in the competition. I would love for you to do well as well. Oh, it's a hot one today, and a lot of people are going for a swim. Last week, 4 people drowned in the beaches of Freeburg. The press was in an uproar. Please send someone to keep an eye on things. So this is part of why I always kind of have one guy left, and I'm really careful about it, even though they're complete shit. When the mayor's office asks for things like this, you can't, like, you can either send somebody then and there, or you can refuse it. You can't put it off for 10 seconds like many of the other requests. So we'll send Birch on that one. It'll probably be like an all-day thing anyways. Now we'll set up for this robbery. Antique Chinese necklace was stolen from Bao Liang while she was on the way to the pawn shop. So we'll put Newberry and Beasley on that one. Proceed. And then now that I'm looking at it, we'll go into our investigations. And we've got the homicide here as well, detectives. One of the things you can do is you can put Moser from our current thing on here so that while this shift is going, he will be investigating the homicide while shift B is going, Mole and DeBrito will be investigating, so that somebody's always investigating each case. And we'll have to wait until buddies get there and start the investigation before I can set up the next shift's worth. Destruction of property. At a gallery exhibition entitled Sex Operation, a gang of young people in ski masks forced their way in and began smashing the exhibits, shouting, "We don't need this shit in our city." I'm gonna wait for reinforcements on that one, thanks. Okay. So I'm gonna send Stovall and Vandal and Smotty. Yeah. Sending 3 people is probably for the best. I do want to compete in that competition, but you know what? We'll send Robbins and Grant then. May as well. Get them both trained up. Robbery. The investigation has started. That's good. Now we can go into the investigation itself and set this up so we don't forget. Details, or detective, sorry, and Armstrong. So yeah, now during Shift B, Armstrong will be investigating the robbery along with everybody else during Shift A. So somebody will always be investigating it regardless of the day. Offender has escaped. Officers were unharmed. I mean, we lost a little bit of points, but that's alright. We can live with that. Alright, here we've got new frames, homicide report. Detective died during the investigation. What? Damn. Wow. That's fucking dark. So we lost somebody today, and I guess I should have seen that one coming because I did mention the idea that, yeah, shit. I did kind of mention that I wasn't putting the other guy on because he was a black individual and that was a hate crime and I didn't want to get my officers killed, and now I feel like a piece of shit. Fuck! Alright, we should probably deal with this vandalism report here first. Guard went up for a smoke, saw a teenager writing obscenities on the wall of the building. I chased the brat up a tree. You can take it from here. Norlander should be enough. He's basically 2. We did it, Boyd. We won. Nice. So everybody got a boost there. That Ernest really knows a lot about shooting. Even taught us a thing or two. He invited us out hunting to celebrate the victory, so we'll be taking a day off. We deserve it. Alright, fair enough. Caught. Unharmed. Beautiful. Okay, police station. Shift A is where we need it. So Cynthia, you're going to be joining Shift A. Welcome to the team. You're a better detective anyways, sadly. Homicide, detectives, and Ames is going to be on this one. Oh no, never mind. Whoops. Wait, what? Ah, she's at home because she's, yeah. She hasn't even started yet, technically. But we are nearing the end of our day, which is great. He did, yeah. Well, he dead, Jim. He dead.
211 complete.
And vandalism report. Did we catch him? Nice. Go, Norlander. Looks like tomorrow is going to be a long day. More like the first of a lot of long days here. There's just too much going on. Piles of work. Great. Son of a bitch. Thomas Blaine, pregnant woman killer, sent to mental hospital. According to Dr. Eleonora Waterbury, Thomas Blaine has a new form of schizophrenia. Mayor Rogers, not afraid of the competition. Go to work. Hey, what up, though, Julian? Welcome back to the stream and chat, man. How's it going for you today, bro?
Mr. Boyd, there was a man here earlier. He left you this.
A man? What man? Who let him on this floor?
I don't know. I've never seen him before. I asked him his name, but he just ignored me. He was talking on a big telephone, you know, one of those portables. He gave me this envelope and left.
Damn. Okay, let's see about this.
I'm aware, man. And the same day as Far Cry 5, bro. I will be playing both games that day. I will actually point out I will be starting earlier that day just to try and get... And I don't want to say it out of the way, because I really am excited for it. But to get Batman out of the way so I can get onto some Far Cry.
My servitude to the Mafia had begun. I'd only been in my new position 5 seconds, and I already knew why Kendrick called it a contract. You sound doomed if you call it what it is. A curse.
He got away, though. Which, I mean, we saved one guy, and we're going to make a lot of money.
I believe you just received my message.
Who am I speaking with?
Oh, I'm sorry. I forget some people don't recognize my voice. But I assure you,
Fucking
Jack,
sand.
if I was sitting right there in front of you, you'd have no trouble recognizing me. Like I was a member of your family. Even better than a wife, perhaps. A wife can betray you. No man is immune.
He already knows everything about us.
Their names.
Oh, Jack.
Although
don't
he
be so
would. I
childish.
mean, he is like
You're
head of the
too old to run
Mafia.
away from
Or
strangers.
head of the police.
Yes, we both are. And in our old age, friendship becomes rare and all the more precious. But of course, we must work with new people and find out new names. So if you insist, Jack, let us formally meet. Hello, Jack Boyd. I'm Christopher Sand.
Wonderful, Mr. Sand. And what is it you do for a living?
Oh, we'll soon find out all about that. Well, you'll learn much more than a simple policeman could ever expect. You're a simple policeman no longer, Jack. Don't turn off your phone. You start today.
Dark, right?
Eight in 10. It's been my go-to principle since my first day on the job. I've got to let my colleagues hush up what they need to, 2 out of 10 times, so that they'll help me with the remaining 8. 80 out of 100, 800 out of 1,000. I'm proud of those statistics. It's not so bad for Freeburg, right? But now I just officially became a Mafia whore. I'm supposed to be fearing for my life, for the lives of my wife and children. But the
mine,
only thing
yeah.
I can think, what's gonna happen to 8
I don't even know the
10?
children. And I don't think the children are in town. I'm pretty sure it gets explained later that they are not here, so... I accidentally got into some poison ivy this morning. I noticed my feet were blistered. Severed leg trophy earned. This morning I noticed my feet were blistered. It doesn't look like anything serious, but I'd like to see a doctor just in case. Can I take the day off? Griffith, it does suck because we just hired you, but I suppose you can. We do have a pretty solid squad here, and Tsubaki is getting the promotion to make her more effective, and then, yeah. This right here is the most balanced shift that we have right now. Balanced. Not the most potent, because there are definitely people with better skills on the other squad, but balanced, fuck yeah. Alright, so we didn't get through the whole yet. Jack, you swore an oath to serve the city. If you can't keep your promises, we won't keep ours. And how'd our request go? SWAT upgrade, so you can now improve your SWAT team. I would like you to be able to work more times in a day, to be honest. You never know when we might need the SWAT, and having them being able to operate more times is just, it's huge. SWAT adds a big bonus when you've got some pretty fucked up shit going on. Like this, attempted murder. Young employee of the factory got into a fight with the manager and is trying to push him into a vat of boiling chocolate. What the fuck? Kochi, take, take Austin. You'll make her a proficient police officer, and you're already a pretty fucking proficient one yourself. You're already about double proficient. So, essentially with Austin being buffed by Kochi, and Kochi herself, that's pretty much 3 officers on site. 3 proficient officers. That should be enough. Should be. No, we were successful. You can actually tell if you look at the bottom where their tags are. If their if their score goes up by +10, it means they were successful. If it goes down, then, you know, they failed. Parking lot attendant Dylan Burns reports seeing a teenager walking between cars, trying handles in hopes of finding an unlocked vehicle. Before the attendant could approach him, the teenager found an unlocked door and shut himself inside. A few seconds later, the teen drove shrieking from the parking lot, greatly exceeding the speed limit. He fled towards the suburbs. Alright, well, Yensi, take Purdy, and get out there. All in all, that's what? 500? Yeah, 500. So that's 4.5-ish cops, 4.25-ish cops on site, essentially. That'll work. How is the police station looking in the labor market? Have we gotten a little bit... Yeah, we've gotten some things filled back out here. Personnel. How are we looking here? We do need another person for this squad. We also need to get rid of Price eventually, but... Hideo Sogo, you are going to be for Shift A. You start to morph, sir. Get to fucking work. Officers have determined the car thief's location. Catch up with the stolen vehicle and open fire. Overtake the criminal and attempt to take him into custody. Overtake the offender and block the road. Block the road. If he damages our cars, then we just, you know, send him the bill. Hostage situation. Oh, that's not good. A weeping child called in saying that someone was holding him against his will. They won't let me go outside. They torture me and bully me. I don't think I can keep going. I want to go outside and see people. That's a false call. That's, yeah. They bully me, they torture me. Yeah, Joseph Lowry's mother wouldn't let him go play until he ate his broccoli. Glad I saw through that bullshit, because it would have taken us, you know, sending someone down there, taking the time to investigate, blah, blah. It just takes forever if you actually send them. So a theft. We received a call from an angry casino patron. He claims that one of the casino girls that was hanging around his table lifted his wallet, which was carrying around a couple $1,000s in cash and several credit cards. The casino security shoved him outside, saying he was drunk, but the man isn't giving up so easily. Let's send Asano and Tsubaki. Sands need help. We're dealing with a moron who refuses to pay his debts. Says that the police will protect him. I think it's time we show him whose side the police are on. Yeah, let's send Price. I don't want to send Austin with the whole racial tension thing still being a problem. And if Price decides to quit over it, it's not a big deal. Hey, it's all good, Chloe. We'll see you in a couple seconds. A couple of minutes, I take it. But, yeah, enjoy your puff. Hopefully Price can get the fucking job done right.
911.
Offender caught, officers unharmed. Awesome. I didn't get an update from the Sands on that one. I'm gonna call that successful then. Assault with a deadly weapon. Ooh, that's not good. Assault. So, at a parking lot exit, a security guard stopped a suspicious-looking van and asked to check the driver's membership card. The female driver reached casually into the glove compartment, then pulled out a gun and opened fire. Kochi, take Yensi, and Austin. Go. Wouldn't have sent 3, but Asano and Tsubaki were pretty close to back, and Purdy's still here. We still have 3 effective officers available. Plus, it's pretty close. Caught up with the perpetrator's van. Try to run the van off the road, shoot the criminal's tires, use the bullhorn to order... Yeah, shoot out the criminal's tires. Van takes a sharp turn, crashes through the window of a sex shop. A woman exits the vehicle, grabs the shop attendant, and puts a gun to his head. Throw a rubber sex doll at the assailant, shoot the criminal in the head, let go of the man right now. Throw the rubber sex doll.
412.
No! That's not good. Yep, this is, well, I mean, I did warn you guys that this was gonna be one of those things where we could end up save scumming. Don't worry, I'll skip all the conversations and shit like that, like all the cutscenes. But yeah, we can't let that happen. Damn.
Mr. Boyd, there was a man here earlier. He left you this.
Skip all of that. Oh. My neighbor died, and his wife asked me to help with the funeral arrangements. Can I take the day? I suppose. Tsubaki gets her promotion again. Start the day. Damn, though, that was brutal. Put this one in so we're not listening to the same music. Maybe with this music, the day will go a little bit better. Generally speaking, the same missions happen, so we shouldn't have to worry too much about things that way. SWAT, test, today. Once we get to 3, we can do our efficiency up twice, and then we'll, swap it. But the amount of times is more important than efficiency. We needed you on shift A. And honestly, today is a good day. We'll fire you. Too old, so we're firing you legally. We'll hire you for shift B. There we go. So Bryce has been replaced finally with somebody who's going to be a proficient individual. Starting to fight with the manager, trying to push him into the vat of shot. That's right. Kochi takes Austin. That sucks, not gonna lie, but, shit goes down that way sometimes. It's unfortunate that we can't actually do, the Mafia yet. We do still have 4 more days until we can get our next major upgrade for SWAT and shit. Attempted murder report. Offender escaped. Motherfuckers. Griffith, takes Tsubaki, go. Block the road. There we go. hostage situation. That's the false call. We'll leave that one alone. Price is finally gone. That's kind of nice. Seems to have alcohol problems. Interesting. Unknown. Anything? No. Anything? No. Anything? No. Wouldn't let him go out before he ate his broccoli. Oh, God. One of the casino girls was hiding. Yes. We'll send Tsubaki and Purdy for this one. Send. Price, this will pretty much be your last job here, actually. Alright. Definitely gotta send my A-team to that one that's, like, major. Everything got caught over there. Yeah, assault with a deadly weapon. So we'll send Kochi, Griffith, and Yensi. Proceed. Price is back. So are Tsubaki and Purdy.
Officer on scene. Looks like we have a situation.
Shoot out the criminal's tires. Let go of that man right now. Apparently that worked. To be fair, we had a pretty strong squad there. Like, there wasn't many places that chick was gonna go. That probably would have been the better option originally, but I couldn't help with the rubber sex doll. I should have seen that one coming. I mean, the last one was kind of the silly answer, but yeah, that was just me being kind of ridiculous. Homicide report. Alright, so we're going to open the investigation here now. So we do have quite a few frames. So, Eric Graham, a drunk witness. They drove by in a sedan and they shot like a machine gun. I didn't see much. Okay. Mr. Clayton. How do I go down with my... clues. There we go. Glenn Clayton, neighbor. I only heard a few muffled shots. He got what he deserved. He's been causing trouble for a long time, and recently there's been a lot of cursing and carrying on. I don't remember the car, and the neighborhood was quiet. I never heard any shots. The police these days don't do nothing. I almost died myself. I went to buy some medicine and was nearly hit by some idiot's car. Okay. Almost hit by some idiot's car. Put frame in sequence. Probably this and that, maybe? Or this, and then this, and then this? No? What about this, and this, and then this? No. Once you've, like, discovered what it is, it solves itself, sort of deal. That's how you can kind of tell what the fuck's going on. But apparently we don't have all the frames necessary for that case yet. It's unfortunate, but that's just what we're going to have to deal with. Or I'm not putting it in the right order. That could be the possibility as well. It's not the end of the world, though. Alright, there we go. End the day. Not a bad one. Not a bad one. Could have been a lot fucking worse, that's for sure. Racist gang runs wild in the city. Mayor Rogers displeased with police department. Second tower to be built in Freeburg. Of course he's displeased. Motherfucker. Can never make him truly happy, you know? Okay.
The people of Freeburg have built up a tolerance for the petty horrors of modern life. You'll never see crowds gathering around a beaten passerby. Folks rarely even slow to gawk at a car accident. And street theft doesn't turn heads anymore. Been a long time since people got worked up about stuff like that. So when I ran into a troubled crowd on the way to work, I knew there was something serious going on. Something bad enough to knock these people out of their daily rhythm.
I don't remember what this is off the top of my head.
We're talking about people who would step over a corpse if it was blocking the door to the coffee shop. But apparently all it takes is a bunch of leaflets.
Ah,
or
this
spreading
one.
broken glass across Main Street.
Yeah, this is like a long-term
releasing
investigation,
a couple of hundred
I believe.
rats in the ice arena. The mysterious figure taking responsibility for these strange acts goes by the alias Robespierre. Nobody knows who he is, what he wants, or what all this adds up to, from the buckets of lard spread on the sidewalk to the front door of City Hall covered with ostrich feathers. But this strange cross between childhood pranks and cheap theatrics has got the people all worked
Never
up.
really, like, harmful,
Everyone
but he does some pretty
understands
crazy
some
shit.
Freeburg crook satisfies the basic human need to rob and kill. But when someone steals a lion from the local zoo and locks him in a cell below the courthouse, the people start asking questions.
Oh, that's awesome, right?
Myself, I kind of like this Robespierre. It's not just the pranks he's pulling or his green bull's head emblem. I just like his funny nickname. Robespierre? Really? Who does that make me? The Marquis de Lantenac? I don't think so. In the old books about revolutions, I fancy
See, I don't know
myself
who
the old
Robespierre
gunner
was
who goes
originally,
off to
so...
war with a bag of damp powder. Or maybe the innkeeper who tops up the beer kegs with mop water. It's something to think about.
Alright, come on. Martin Steet is your new, or Stet is your new deputy. Okay. Too tired, I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Yes. Drank too much. I don't think I can hold it together today. Can I go home? Yes, Bursch, you can go home, you drunk piece of shit. Now I have another reason to fire you. Ames being missing is kind of unfortunate, though. But she is exhausted. I'm not really sure why she came in immediately exhausted, but that's... yeah. I mean, that's not something I can be mad about. She's, you know, she needs to sleep, she needs to sleep. I'm not gonna have a useless fucking person on staff. Sands we can do stuff with. Crime Trap. Mafia will falsify a special crime in progress report, and all the officers who arrive at the scene will be killed up to 3 cops. Investigation Trap. The Mafia will falsify a special investigation, and the detective who arrives at the scene will be killed. Only 1 detective. Or Threaten. The Mafia will intimidate members of the committee before the hearing at the prosecutor's office. So that's basically if people are like trying to get you removed because you've been firing people you're not supposed to, etc. It's really interesting. City Hall, what are we doing in here? 3 days. What does my deputy do again? Ah, yes. We can hire a snitch. Gather important information for us. But we're not doing anything too shiesty yet. Send employees to an informal outdoor party, makes them like you a little bit more. Or you can send your staff for training, but this all comes out of your own personal pocket. Consulting detective, an experienced but retired detective who will assist your investigations for a modest fee. By silence, convince your employees not to testify against you, or by name. Find out which of your employees plan to testify against you, and have them hit. If you say, if you want. Best officer is Stovall, best detective is Newberry. Pays left 173. And we've made 5,700 so far. Not bad. 4 failed crimes. You know. 1 dead, 2 fired. Could be worse.
9/11 in progress.
Theft. Shoe store clerk reports 2 teenagers found the most expensive sneakers on display, tried them on, and then, without paying, ran out of the shop wearing the new shoes. Smotty, Tick Vandal. I feel like you guys should be able to catch a couple of teenagers running around with stolen fucking sneakers. I mean, you're both more than proficient cops, and Samadhi is a captain at that. Attempted murder. That's not good. Man returned from work earlier than usual and found his young wife in bed with her lover. The maid called the police when she saw the husband taking a hunting rifle from the wall cabinet. Stovall, take Trebor. Teens are standing around smoking not far from the store, admiring their new shoes. Time to return the shoes. Mind if I have a cigarette? Try to grab one of the boys. Mind if I have a cigarette? Oh, yeah, damn it. Alright, let's check the police station labor market. 150 is the best we've got, huh? Well, that's unfortunate. Birch. Soon as, and I mean as soon as, this flips over and we've got some really good officers pop up, hopefully, you're getting replaced. Because, fuck you. Not only are you old and lazy and useless, but you're a drunk. Today in Freiburg, we're hosting the premiere of Back to the Future. The film's distributors have asked the city for an officer to stand at the door and ensure that visitors don't bring their handheld cameras into the theaters. Grant, you're on this one. This will make City Hall happier with us, and if City Hall is happier with us, then we can request more shit. And, I mean, for something small like that, as opposed to do some crazy-ass shit, I'll do it. Fender caught, officers unharmed, civilians unharmed. Nice. What the hell happened to the music? Sure, we'll start over with this again, I guess. Assault. Young father deprived of his parental rights tried to pick up his daughter from school. When he wasn't allowed access, he attacked a teacher, knocked her to the ground, and started kicking her. Well, that's not gonna fucking float. Norlander. I think it's a... Yeah, no, you know what? Norlander, Robbins, you can both go. That's a serious enough event to have two higher-ranked officers. Well, higher skilled officers, not exactly ranked. Oh, what's this? Oh, and we need 3. Mr. Boyd, I have a very sensitive issue for which our mutual friend Charlize Dill said you could help me with. As you may already know, I own the largest music store in Freiburg. Recently, my ex-wife got half my record collection in a lawsuit. There's a lot of rare records. My ex is very afraid of the police and always tried to act like a law-abiding citizen. If some of your guys went over there in uniform and told her those records were evidence in an important investigation, she'd just smile and give them whatever they asked for, not even check into the warrant. That'll give me some money. Mafia assignment. Christopher G. Sand. Jack, we've something going down today at the engineering plant at 2209. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. I think 4,000 should be enough for such a request. Okay. Disorderly conduct. Gallery of modern art. Guard says that someone has got into the exhibition hall, scrawled pictures of penises on the artwork, and hid in the closet. Stovall! This looks like a good job for you to take by yourself, man. You're good enough to do it. Ulrich Bieber. Chief, we helped Ulrich Bieber, and thanks to us he gave us a Gennaro Crespo album, The Master. True Samadhi prefers glam. True Samadhi prefers glam, so he was really sad at the bar by the time the shift ended. Thank you for your help, Mr. Boyd. So that was $3 grand in the pocket. Samadhi is gone for the day, unfortunately, and so is Grant. Damn, we're losing cops that way. That's not great.
Got a situation here.
All the lights are on when the police arrive. The museum caretaker explains that he's only had the job a couple of weeks and he's worried he's going to be fired over this foolishness. The police calm him down and he points at the bathroom stall. The artist locked himself inside. Break down the door, come out with your hands up, enter the adjoining stall. Come out with your hands up. Terrified and tearful young man holding a knife insists that he's engaged in some kind of performance art and that no one understands him. He refuses to surrender and is threatening to stab himself. Don't worry, you're not in any trouble. We just want to talk. Tell me more about your work. Try to grab the knife. Tell me more about your work, man. Caught, unharmed. Awesome. Whew! That could have gone so bad, so fucking quick. We could have lost our best officer over that. We should be coming up on the mission that they're talking about at the whatever center. There it is, the engineering plant. We just got a call from the groundskeeper at a machine factory. He spotted 2 offenders stealing aluminum from a factory through a hole in the wall. You know what? For $4 grand, they can have it. And also to not piss off the mafia. You don't really want to do that too much. You got to maintain a nice balance with them. So we'll let that one fly. I didn't hear about it. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Robbery report. Oh, we've got some new frames here. We'll open this investigation. We were working on the investigation with Detective Newberry. That's what was happening. So, let's go into the clues here first. Mr. Liang, me and my husband got into a difficult financial situation. Bao Lang, and I was going to pawn an antique necklace which had been in my family for many centuries. As I was carrying the necklace to the pawn shop, someone ripped the bag from my shoulder and disappeared. Didn't have time to do anything, not even cry out. The offender was on a motorcycle. He drove down the road, grabbed the bag, and then escaped. I tried to race after him, but I didn't even have time to see if it was a man or a woman. Couldn't see his face, but he was dressed in a jacket like all those other bikers who hang around on the street corners. It was definitely not a local biker. They are bald and have beards, and this guy looked Asian, probably Japanese or Chinese. Okay, didn't see a weapon in his hands. I just saw him grab her bag and ride off. Okay, so going into the frames here. He rode down the street, grabbed the bag, and rode away. Nice. Sequence completed. The suspect is Quan Yin Lin, Chinese immigrant, recently expelled from the university. Who knows? The case solved. Christopher G. Sand, thank you for doing as we asked. Here's the amount we agreed on, which is $4 grand. Theft report. Offender escape. Oh, right, never mind. That was the one that we let go. Dirt. And we have a robbery. Chinatown dormitory. All right. After being expelled from the university, have to send 2 officers and the lead investigator. Yeah, we should probably do this now. So we'll send Stovall and Norlander. We really, really shouldn't need the support of SWAT here. What time is it, though? I mean, it is 0:44. Nah, we'll just go like this. That's fine. Psychological test. City Hall. Jack, you must have seen the newspaper stories about Thomas Blaine, the retired cop who went schizophrenic and shot a pregnant woman. To ensure this tragedy won't repeat itself, we've decided to conduct psychological testing for all the cops over 50 years of age. That includes you, Jack. Tomorrow morning, Dr. Eleonora Waterbury is waiting for you in her office. Don't be late. Go get him, guys. Offender has been caught. Plus 20 across the board. Nice. You were able to arrest all the suspects. Newberry went up to 850. Beasley at 250. Jesus fucking shit. Alright, well, we can definitely end that and call it a successful fucking day. Damn. We still... Oh, yeah, we do still need to hire a new detective. Well, we'll see what this day leads us into. Day 8. City Treasury doles out $90,000 for the mayor's birthday. Jesus! 6 new restaurants to appear in city by year's end. Mysterious Robespierre announces political ambitions. Dr. Eleonora Waterbury. Mr. Boyd, this is a very simple test. I'll show you a card with an abstract image. You just look at them and tell me what you see. Man taking a handful of tablets in a barn. 2 natives beating drums. Flying severed heads. 2 natives beating drums. Sure. Man going back into his house. A butterfly. A man with a clock for a face. Man going back into his house. A woman decorating a Christmas tree, a dancing girl, or a blue alien raping a pig. We'll go with the Christmas tree. Man giving a woman a Christmas ornament, a tower on a hill, or a baby with spider legs. Christmas ornament. The woman dropping the Christmas ornament, an automobile accident, a tree that's growing human lungs. An automobile accident. Pieces of a Christmas ornament all over the floor. An ice cream cone. Marching hammers. An ice cream cone. Man yelling at the woman. A chess rook. A man with the head of a rhinoceros. The woman slapping the man. An overturned truck. A huge hedgehog eating people instead of apples. I gotta go with that one. The man pushing the woman. A key on a chain. An octopus playing piano. Woman falling over with the Christmas tree, a pile of autumn leaves. A woman in a worm skin coat. Autumn leaves. Thank you for your time, Mr. Boyd. I will inform you about the test results in the coming days. Go home. Probably is going to say little bit batshit crazy. Shea Broom reelected as Freeburg General Attorney, major businessman ready to invest in the future of the city, and no black employees at City Hall, ? Mayor says accident. I think we're 2 days away now from getting more shit from them. Stovall didn't come into work today. Too tired, I can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Yeah. Fuck you. But today I ran out of my prescription. The pharmacy says they're... Oh my god. Fuck! We're gonna be down 2 officers today if this is... No. I'll make sure that you're not doing anything crazy, I hope, but... No. You can't go right now. I'm sorry. Stovall didn't come into work. Like, we have some issues. We can't deal with that. Honestly, to hell with that noise. Because I know that that was just really bad RNG. Like, that was just really shitty RNG to be hit at the beginning like that. So we'll just quickly go through all this shit again. I'll just give her all the bad shit answers, too. Why not? Why not play around with this playthrough a little bit? But yeah, that, you know, 2 officers having legitimate reasons, too tired, hardly can walk straight. Yes, that's fair. Can I go home? Yes. Damn it. Again, really bad rolls of the dice there. Stop taking my 2 best motherfuckers out of the field. Sorry, but yeah. Save scumming is not my favorite thing to do in the world. But for these instances... To hell with that noise. Bad RNG. Bad RNG. Yes, that one is fair. Need to take my car to the shop. Can you spare me today? Yes. Too tired, can hardly walk straight. Can I go home? Fuck, it just refuses to let me have a full 8 people. We'll get Van Dalen upgrade at least. At least nobody's, like, randomly missing. At least nobody's drunk. Here's Here's hoping today goes relatively well. Quan Yin Lin turned out to be a member of a gang known as the Red Masks. He could help you take down the gang if you make him an informant. Yeah, sure. Jin Yang. Okay, reward for taking down the Red Masks is 20,000. Arrest bonus was 2,000. Ah, okay, so if we were to arrest him, we just get a bonus of 2,000. If we use him as an informant, and we risk that arrest bonus, getting him killed or, like, failing the investigation or whatever. But yeah, if we, like, work our way up, and we investigate her, and we find out what she's doing, the shiesty bitch, then, when we're done, we will get the bonus of 20k. She'll help towards our 500k. Ning He, though, we can start to investigate. We'll put Beasley on it for today. Ning He hid the stolen antique necklace, retrieving the stolen property. A few months ago, the unregistered feminist organization appeared in Freeburg. Today, they are holding their first protest. As far as we know, the organization is backed by 4 government sponsors. Their goal is to get the people into important positions in City Hall. The protest may escalate into something more serious. We need to show them who's in charge. Use batons and tear gas, even firearms if necessary. Let's show them what intimidation looks like up close and personal. No wonder nobody showed up. City Hall, eliminate the Red Mask Gang. Bao Leng gave several interviews in which she spoke about the atrocities committed by the Red Mask Gang. She embellished a lot and distorted the facts. If you want to keep people from panicking, you'll need to take down the gang within the next 4 days. Holy shit, expectations are high. Mr. Boyd, your psyche is in good shape. My only concern is your stress level. My research shows that Beethoven's music soothes and relaxes the nervous system. I recommend you invest in a bit of good old Ludwig von. It will help with any violent urges you might be feeling. Funeral. The man was an honest servant of the city. Today he was buried with military honors. And feminist protest. About 50 women are gathered in the park chanting, "Let us be successful." Samadhi, Grant, Birch, SWAT, and Vandal all need to go. Motherfucker, this is what I'm saying, like, these ones are hardcore. Jack, we have a problem. The chief prosecutor of Freeburg is a woman, and it seems she's on the side of the feminists. You might be walking into some serious legal problems. We better play it safe and fake some evidence to shield you from any possible prosecution. Evidence against Richard Van Dahl. The forge... Van Dahl. Forge a recording of a telephone conversation in which one of your officers says he hates women and he couldn't wait to turn their faces into a bloody mess. The bloody messes. Or Christopher G. Sam. Forge a letter in which the mafia says the feminist organization is getting in the way of their business and demands to suppress the protest by force. With a threat, they'll go after your family. Nah, I'll refuse the prosecution on that one. I mean, if I need to, I can pay to get the witnesses silenced and shit. Satisfied client entered some law offices with a pistol, took several employees hostage, and demanded a meeting with the firm's partners. These shyster Jews took me for a ride, they sucked up all my money, and my son still went to jail. Norlander, Trevor, get in there. Let's hopefully solve this in a beneficial way for us all, but this could turn into another save scum. Suppress it by force. Yes. Founding member of the gang, he's entrusted with the most serious drug law. That's the investigation starting, that's fine. This could potentially come bite us in the ass. We have something going down today at Rimanovic Casino at 12:40. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. I think 8,000 should be enough for such a request. It's going to be a big one. Young woman set fire to the during a show. Shit. We'll have to take detectives. Newberry and the burrito could be on this one. Which leaves me with Ames to put on this one. Go to my affairs here. I think I kind of fucked up with my 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Weird. I guess because some people are at home. And this hasn't swapped over yet, unfortunately. Got a bit of a backlog here, yeah. This is the casino thing. So, a dealer at the casino called the police after a man entered the place carrying a grenade. He threw a duffel bag onto the floor and demanded that it be filled with money. We'll pass that one up since we made City Hall happy by beating the protesters, using force on them. That'll get us more money in our pocket too, another $8 grand. Plus, it'll save our officers because that could end really poorly for them. Just because we work with the Mafia doesn't mean they're going to stand down from that. Our defense could be we just didn't have the officers today. Sorry. Mr. Boyd, we're installing a new slot machine called Super Magdalene 3. The last time we put in a new one of the bigger kids almost broke it the first day. It'd be great if you could send a couple of your men to keep the kids under control. Grant Birch, get in there. Thank you, Sand. $8 grand. Ooh, civilians killed. That's gonna hurt us a little bit. Gotta make that money, though. Gotta make that retirement money, though.
1210 in progress.
Suspicious individual. Pregnant girl called in a report on a suspicious gynecologist who she met in reception. The doctor was behaving very strangely and attempted to persuade the girl to have an abortion, though she was already 5 months pregnant. Through streaming tears, she explained the doctor said that for only $10,000 he would save me from the parasite inside my body. Alright, well, we'll send Norlander on that one, but I'm not going to send 2 officers for individual who has a different opinion. Everything went great, boss. In fact, it's been a while since we had that much fun. We beat the hell out of them we beat the hell out of them playing Hellfighter clothes. And we got another $2 grand. So we've made 10G today. Not bad at all. Making them dollars. Making them dollar bills. And we made Birch and Grant happy. Housewife Takara Montez often complains to the police about her neighbors. They're constantly making a racket and often get into fights, always refusing to discuss things with their neighbors. She called the police again today after hearing loud bangs in the apartment along with screams. According to her, about 6 or 7 people live in there. Trebor, Vandal, get in there, guys. Ooh, the doctor spots the police, grabs a scalpel, and boldly shouts, "Come on, I'll release your souls from this filthy world." Use pepper spray, hit him with a taser. Attempt to restrain the doctor. Well, pepper spray might make him blind. Taser's gonna make him clamp up real quick. Attempting to restrain him is just gonna get us stabbed, so hit him with a taser. Done. You know what I mean? Plus, Norlander is a 400. He knows what he's doing when it comes to shooting. Feminist protest. City prosecutors have a reason to believe that you seriously exceeded your judicial powers during today's feminist protest. We're calling you in for an official questioning. Hearing is July the 25th. We have days. We have days to worry about that. And we'll deal with it. Jack, we're about to bring in a large shipment of alcohol, but we've heard that our new partners like to play tough. We need a couple of your guys for insurance. Grant, Birch, get in there. You guys got to play games all day, now go fuck some people up.
I was trying to raise 10-1.
Disorderly conduct in the ghetto. Situation is more serious than we thought. Requesting reinforcements. Samadhi, send. Norlander's back.
11 in progress.
It's over here. Rape! Ah, that's great. So a call came in from a hotel occupant who was concerned about the cries of a woman in an adjoining room. Sounds to me like someone is being raped. Is that the frightened elderly woman? I'm not gonna lie, I think that's actually a false alarm. I think that's somebody listening to something too loudly. If for no other reason than the fact that we have 47 seconds to do it in as well, we'll send Grant and Birch on that one. Offenders were caught, everybody unharmed, awesome. Arson. Alright, we'll deal with that later. And Detective Beasley for retrieving stolen property investigation. Good times. Grant, Birch, you're on this one. Pretty sure it's a false alarm, though. Everybody else is on their way back. We have definitely enough manpower to deal with just about anything that could pop up other than, like, a 2 required mission. We're good now. Plus, we're getting to the end of this day, it looks like. I think. Well, maybe not. Not quite. Oh, never mind then. I thought it would... Nah, I'm glad I... Yeah, the door to one of the rooms on the second floor is standing ajar, and through it, it can be seen a large man holding a crying girl by the neck. He's striking her in the face and shouting, "Shut up, you whore, I paid you, now keep quiet." Point a gun at the man, let the woman go or you're dead. Strike the man in the knees. He is going with his fist. Hit him in the knees. Girl managed to escape, but her pimp leaps for the man, and another fight breaks out. Pepper spray. Don't get involved in that. The man shoves the pimp away and suddenly jumps out the window. Jump out after him in pursuit. Shoot the fleeing man in the back. Jump out after him. Nice. And that's the day. Not bad at all. Boss, I quit. I just want to spend more time with my family. Newberry, you piece of fucking shit. Well, that blows. But it's not the end of the world, and we'll deal with that later. So, I hope you guys have enjoyed this relatively new look at a different game. And yeah, if you guys did, do that solid. Hit the like button. Leave a comment, your thoughts, critiques, criticisms, what other types of games you'd like to see featured on the channel, and how you found the channel in the first place. Leave a sub if you haven't already, a follow if you're watching on the PlayStation, and as always, hit that share button to help spread the word of Kush Coffee and Games, so we can continue to grow this community as a whole. Thanks for watching, everybody, and yeah, if you guys were interested in seeing more of this series, then definitely leave me your comments and stuff like that, because it's a little bit different, but I'm not opposed to doing it. I kind of enjoy the way the game goes down, and I will do most of the episodes, I think, for the next couple of episodes, for this at least. It won't be super consistent, and the episodes will be attempted to be edited from now on, because I am going to probably do quite a bit of save scumming until I hit the mid to late game where everybody's, you know, pretty beefed out and shit like that, and even then, RNG can be a bitch, so yeah, but have a good one, guys. We'll see you tomorrow, and we will be playing some Homefront: The Revolution, possibly some of this, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. If not, we will probably take a look at the update to Kingdom Come Deliverance, because I haven't done that yet. So yeah, peace, guys. Have a good one. See you tomorrow.